we are going back to Porsche Long Beach. I'm coming up on like 1 year now with this car, and it's been a nice car to drive, but it has had its issues. So this is the third time I'm taking it in. Hopefully it's not something big, or it's covered by warranty, so it doesn't really matter to me, I think, what the problem is, but hopefully it's not something crazy and just something that will be quick and easy to fix. It's like we're hitting some traffic on the way down. I get there like 4 minutes before my appointment. But we'll see if we can catch up on some time. So, 1 year ownership of this car. Mixed feelings. It's been a nice car. I mean, it is a nice car. It drives nice. I think it looks nice. It was, I mean, sort of priced nice. I mean, I paid more for it than you necessarily have to. One, because I bought it at Porsche, but two, because I got the extended warranty. But that extended warranty has definitely paid off. I paid $6,500 for that extra warranty, and I've spent more than probably around like maybe $12,000 at least in repair work. A lot of that has been labor, and if I had done these things myself, you know, the labor cost wouldn't be there, so it would be less, probably less than $6,500 in parts. But there's also some stuff that I probably wouldn't have done, like I've now had the timing chain or timing belt. I think it's a timing chain. There's like, it's inside the timing belt cover where there was a leak last time. We're actually going to use this guy. Let's see if we can save some time. So obviously had some issues in this 1 year ownership. The transfer case being one of them, which is a thing on these cars, and something that I feel like Porsche should just have a flat out recall on and just like cover it until they get a fix for it, because it's something that keeps happening. It seems like maybe water or something gets in and then it corrupts the whole thing. I'm not sure what the exact issue is, but mine had it. It was slipping a little bit, and well, that got under the warranty. That basically covered, with labor and everything, basically covered what I had paid for the extended warranty. And then maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 months later, I noticed a leak, like a seepage of oil at the front of the engine, right at the oil cooler at the front. And so I took it down, and there was no error code or anything at the time, but it seemed like something that shouldn't be there. So I took it in, they looked at it, and it turns out it's the timing cover, which is a common issue with these cars. It's something with the bolts, and then it starts seeping oil. And in order to do it properly, it's kind of like an engine out, like a lot of stuff out kind of deal, which luckily I didn't have to do myself in my driveway. There is supposedly a fix for it by getting the new bolts. They're either stainless steel or they're not stainless steel. I don't remember which one, but there's new bolts, and those new bolts will prevent this from getting worse or preventing it from happening altogether. Apparently that happened, and then it wasn't long after that. I don't drive that much, honestly, and it wasn't long after that that I started getting issues with this. Maybe a few hundred miles, maybe, I don't know, and then a couple months later it started having this issue where if I stepped on it, I got an engine fault and it went into limp mode, and I couldn't diagnose it because whenever I turned the car off and started it back up, it went away. So that happened twice, I think. And I know from the previous time I was down at Porsche that if there is an issue, an engine code that isn't like permanent and locked in, then you can't really do anything about it. You kind of need to wait for the code to hit, because I had an intermittent taillight issue with this car. And this seems to be a thing maybe with the Cayennes with the LED taillights. I had that on my 955. I had that on my 957, where you hit the brakes and it just said error. Like there was like an issue with the brake lights, but there were never an issue with the brake lights. So maybe it's just like a resistor or like some voltage thing. I don't know. And it hasn't happened since I brought it in and got it sorted for the engine, the front timing cover. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe it was just, it had been raining. Maybe it was just moisture in there, something going on, but it's over now. But now I have this other issue. The coat finally hit, and it's in permanent kind of limp mode. It just doesn't have the full power that it should have. It had been driving just fine, and it had sounded just fine. But today when I started it up, maybe because I listened more to it, or maybe because I knew I was going down there, it felt like it was different. So it sounded and felt a little rougher than normal. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this fast track. But hey, it's worth a shot. Okay, if I have it, I should use it. When I arrived, I noticed Porsche had moved back to the original location, just brand new. Oh, don't mind the guy walking backwards. And it is really nice. They even have a little coffee bar, so I thought I'll just help myself to that. There were no lattes, so Americano it is. All these fancy Porsche branded things, including this water bottle, so I'm gonna snag one of those. And they have some really cool cars on display. This 993 Turbo S is a customer car that they are storing there for display, which is pretty awesome. And they now have a view like the Porsche Museum and the Porsche factory, where you can watch the mechanics work, which is pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, this new place is looking nice. So this is my new loaner. It's the new Panamera, which I have not tried this generation. So I'm excited to get into this and give you guys some thoughts on it. I'm a big fan of the black on black. So if you want to see my review of this 2025 Panamera, click the link above or look for it in my videos, because that video has already been released. We are back in the Cayenne. Just had to stop for a little coffee. Yeah, I didn't get the Porsche coffee today. I don't know, I just felt like not doing that. Good news. It was nothing wrong with this car. So what happened was there was a little hose connecting something to the turbo, and that popped off and caused the engine control failure. I think classic Tesla driver. And I do think that that was probably something from the last repair where maybe it wasn't tightened enough and it popped off. But easy fix. Fletcher Jones, Porsche Long Beach, amazing. Everybody's so nice. You don't feel like like you walk into some Porsche dealers and they're kind of a little snooty, and they don't think that you're gonna buy the latest GT3, which you probably can't buy anyway. They're just gonna treat you so. Porsche Long Beach, very, very nice, very, very good people. Always a treat to go there, and they did the service for free. So that was incredible. I also got the Panamera, obviously, for a few days, so I got to try that. What I thought about the Panamera at the time when I was driving it, I'm rethinking a little bit now that I have my Cayenne back. Or maybe not rethinking, just it's just two different cars. I still prefer the Cayenne for whatever reason, but one thing I noticed getting into the Panamera, getting into the Cayenne, was the gas pedal, the throttle pedal, was super light compared to the Panamera. I didn't think about it when I drove the Panamera, but once I got back into this one, it was just like, felt like air. But now my foot is adjusted and it just feels normal again. So interesting. There are obviously some things here too. The dash topper here is loose, like the one on the Panamera. So I guess that is just how it is sometimes. And now I'm seeing the build quality. Yeah, they're on par, I think. It feels a little bit more premium material in this one, whether that is because it is the S or it's just because better materials were used in 2017 versus 2025. I don't know, but they're both nice cars. I do prefer this one, and I guess I didn't have to use the warranty, which is good, but I do like using that warranty since I already have it, and squeezing every little penny I can out of that, and I will be using it more. 1 year ownership of this 958 Cayenne. If you are in the market for a used Porsche Cayenne or otherwise, definitely look into the warranty. If you can get the Porsche certified pre-owned, the Platinum warranty that they offer, I think that's probably the best bet. It's just very easy because you can just go back to your dealer, they have everything set up, get everything sorted. I inquired about my warranty when the first thing happened. I was like, maybe I'll go down to Porsche downtown LA to fix this. And I called in, and the service guy was like, no, I don't know what that warranty is. That sounds like a third party. We don't do that. It's not a thing. Porsche doesn't have a warranty. Even though I was looking at the official documents and I was looking at their website, he kept saying, oh, I'm looking at the website, there is no warranty for used cars. So your miles may vary depending on which dealer you take it to after you buy it, but obviously the dealer that sold you the warranty will have no problem using it. So yeah, it's been good. It's been very good. I'm happy I got that. A friend of mine who had a 958 a while ago, the first generation, he got it used and he got a third-party warranty from something else. I can't remember who which company was, but he also got to use that because the AC went a little crazy. The AC bracket or something was worn and it was shaking the whole car. So there's always things that need to be done to these cars. So it's always good to have a warranty. But you know, you can gamble. Maybe it's cheaper to pay out of pocket than pay upfront on the warranty, depending on if you buy the car in cash, if you finance it, everything. I guess with financing, that initial amount is going to be higher. So there's that. But yeah, I would definitely recommend getting a warranty if you can, unless you just want to wrench on it yourself. But I got this one specifically because I was driving back and forth to a little bit for work, which isn't really happening anymore. But I did get this one to have something that I could just get into, drive, and be worry-free, which it has been despite the issues. But that's because I can just take it down to Long Beach. They're super friendly, super nice, get it sorted, get a loaner car, and I can just be on my way. Here we have the Porsche Experience Center. And that made me miss my turn. So I gotta loop back, add a few more minutes to this whole trip, but yeah, it happens.